the one that has to put pressure in side lanes. If you're in a team fight, he isn't going to do as much as something like a Darius if you're up against a short-range composition like Mad Lions. And Adam getting that early lead and getting more.
Oh man, that's going to be just another for a possible buy some time. JC runs away, escapes with his life, and manages to get the counter with the help of the tower. That was flawless. It is coming down to pixels.
It was a friendly fire. The riposte on the stun from Shio ends up hitting Adam, man. Just like that. Fantastic stuff now, Crowny. Nearly in trouble.
The Moonlight Vigil deck that did so much. White-green getting that range out, using those chakrams as well. Crowny's down low, no flash, but does have that cleanse.
There's a combo that you can do with the Felios on green guns where if you shoot the ult, this is the problem though, because you had the late reset coming through because you lost that fight on boss, now BDS are in river.
LEC flashing into the baby cage, but there's 2 members of BDS waiting for him. He stays alive just long enough for now. All of a sudden, the turn, Crowny jumps onto Elyoya. Hilly's already dropped. 4 members of BDS trying to find yet another. It's blue-purple for Kazi. Elyoya's locked in place. No, too little, too late. 2 more kills to BDS.
And this is just great from BDS, reading, hey, look, we can use the tempo that we picked up, move into river, get the control, and Hilly throwing himself into the middle to try and set up this damage from Niski. But with Rod of Ages, even the tier, Niski doesn't have the damage to one-shot someone right now. So for BDS, they capitalize on that, and we get their second dragon.
I mean, when you look at the compositions as well, the number of skirmishes that we've seen, despite Hilly's best efforts, Shio should at least be able to pick up this tower.
I think that might have been a misclick from Niski on the TP. I think he was trying to get towards the ward that we can just see in here. Oh, that's a big circle. I want the little circle that's just in there, so then he can actually get into position, but doesn't matter.
Well, where's the primordial burst? The apprehend comes forward. That's just so much reverse damage. How am I supposed to play that burst? The prison comes out and Hilly is popped where he stands. BDS are gifted a few kills, they extend that gold lead, and just like that, 30 seconds, Baron empowered minions, and pretty much free mid lane. This may equal an inhib.
Easily going to be an inhib, and Crowny, with the damage that he has right now, can tear through this. You can already see Elyoya trying to go for the reset. It's just a case of how much they actually want to try and take here. Should get the inhibitor. You can already see both side lanes being worked on as well by Nuke
and to escape with his life, but the Chaos Storm takes down Hillisang, and in a 5v4, Nuke is now the target. The stopwatch used, saving his life from Elyoya, and Elyoya is taken out by Crowny. Legendary as the first Nexus turret falls. The second Nexus turret is moments away, and despite the event horizon, there's too little, it's too late. It's BDS destroying Mad Lions.
Crowny 11-0 by the end of that game. A fantastic performance on the Zeri, especially when we had so much of our focus up towards that top side of the map, with Adam on the Darius, seeing what he could do, and Crowny's just pew-pewing his way to the top of the bottom.
I am exhausted. The pace of that game was unrelenting.
That they can count to 100.
Oh my God.
So I'm watching right now. I'm hoping that we can just sort of, again, show the LEC production that we can do that. We, passed second grade math, and then we can actually go ahead and start our second match of the day.
Anyway, GB, we're having a meta talk. And,
yeah, sorry, what are we talking about?
We were talking bot lane and the fact that Thresh is busted right now, and that the Q...
He doesn't look very busted right now from what we've seen, does he?
In the LEC, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, in the LEC, but we had just...
Okay, yeah, so specifically from solo queue, let's talk about those CD changes, okay? Because it's absolutely busted. So I think, in essence, you have your hook on a 2-second cooldown when you hit that, okay? And you keep having it. Now, the main problem I see with Thresh most of the time is the fact that people feel like he's still this engaged champion. But that's not necessarily true. The reason why we play Thresh nowadays is because he's a peeler and he's a champion that allows the AD carry to reposition with the Lantern. Now, what you need to do with this hook is he gets the Thresh. So go out there on the internet and get inspired.
Do not do this.
Do it.
Please.
Rank
Also,
16 on the Korean server? He's good.
Respect what's
Hold on,
left of solo
again,
queue, please.
They don't know what 16 is.
What have they counted to so far?
Well, they went to 69 after the number 4, so I just don't really understand.
What does that mean?
Summer of 69.
Oh, we're all right, League's Edge's casters taken away with new members.
We're in spring splits.
I've always wanted to do a music video, so this is great.
No, I guess this is a start. We have cameras on us and a game is happening.
Yeah.
Trash is fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, any ballads about it?
Help us segue to something different.
Yeah,
That's why I'm
please.
just stuck on the singing note that we did.
Respect solo queue, please. What's left of it, at least. Just
Really?
It's league-related
Do
joke.
you want to send them to us after?
Yeah, I could.
Okay.
Yeah, I could.
Well, I think I have one. Though.
Okay.
Okay. Lee Sin walks into a bar
Okay, Lisa
and
walks
into a
bar.
chair
Yeah.
and into a table.
Oh, okay.
And okay, you
yeah,
see,
yeah,
because he's
I've got
okay.
it. Yeah, I
What
got
do you
it.
think about Lee Sin right now?
What do I think about Lee
Yeah.
Sin?
Segue.
Yeah, this is not the interview that I expected. What do I think about Lee Sin right now?
Just-
I think he has a place. Is that place in the LEC? We shall see.
Great. That was a great last note. Thank you for your insight.
thank you for having
Swiffer.
me.
Back to the desk.
That was amazing. Thank you, Shocks, and thank you, Swiffer.
1, 2, shoot!
Yes, okay.
Oh, okay.
2-1. The reverse sweep is
the
on.
reverse sweep is coming.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, shoot!
Yes!
Oh!
2-2.
What?
Also, we did not script this. Okay. Final one. This is for
Take
Mad
your
Lions
time. Take a
Honor.
breather.
Okay.
Take a breather.
Right.
You got this.
You're
got
not in my
this.
head. You're not in my head. You suck, bro. Okay. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Poor lad just wanted to come to the studio today.
Okay.
1, 2, shoot!
I formally
You got destroyed.
I formally apologize to Johannes and to all Mad Lions fans. Congratulations. That was really
Give him
well
a round
done.
of applause.
Thank
That was
you.
brilliant.
I will say as well, the whole time we were in pause, I was just yelling at this crowd and just trying to egg them up and specifically picking on him. So thanks for being a great sport.
Yeah, we did also practice something else during the
What did we
pause,
practice?
though. We had our wave.
The wave,
So we had
okay.
the wave. So I want to see, because I'm going to pick someone out
Okay,
here.
wait.
There's,
Yeah, good, you go
There's a
first.
person with an I Love Yumi sign in the crowd. I don't know if
thinks
they can
that
get
Excel
Excel will win. Oh my! Sorry, let me try that again. Sorry, I think my mic cut out there for a second. Let's try that one more time. Who thinks Excel will win? There we go.
But what about the other side?
Yeah, all right. Who thinks Vitality will win?
Okay, that's
little
pretty
bit-
favorite. That's
a
pretty
little bit
favorite.
more, yeah.
I do have some good news. Fortunately, I can tell you that not only is the game lobby up, myself and all 10 players are in the lobby. I am hopeful that this will start and will work. So in the event that it
That's what you
does,
don't get- do again.
Dagda
Is that-
and I will now reset and we'll get into like pre-match mode. If we have any more problems, we've got a few more games lined up our sleeves. Before I do though, Berlin, I just want to say thank you so much. You guys have been amazing. When was the last time we saw a mid-lane Annie in the LEC? And this is not fair for a bro who's been here for like 7 weeks.
I mean, I'm going to 5 years.
3,000 days ago, it was played in 2013 by Alex Ish. Wow. That was the last time we saw a mid-lane Annie, and Perks will be running it today. The final champion locked in, and we quickly double-check on my client. This may potentially be a problem. It was a Tryndamere, which I do not believe is correct. I can see the players have just dropped out of the lobby, and while I wait for league officials to confirm to me what
We
is
go
happening.
back to rock, paper, scissors.
Hold on. Let's not go off the rails immediately, because I still am reeling from my defeat to Johannes. But there will need to be one last champion locked in. I can see the players have dropped out for now. I will give you an update as soon as I can. But yeah, mid lane Annie for Perks.
Yeah, I think it's. I like the flexibility that the Annie can give you, but I think what we've seen so far is that teams are able to kind of go look at it and go, okay, well, as long as we can play range and we're able to disengage, we should be in a relatively good spot against it. We've seen two very different styles from the Annie. I think Limit actually was one of the players we saw.
From a few games this spring. Once the teams begin to accelerate their pace, and take control, you have to find a way to stem the bleeding. It's going to be another fight, 2v2 in the top lane. Hammer will knock Odo away. The flail comes up. Both junglers level 5. Arctic Assault into the accelerated shock blast, and this is just beautiful. Boton taking 2.
That's a lot of bleeding. That's a significant amount of bleeding that is now happening for Excel. I think they might have done the exact opposite of trying to bandage that. Even look, again, Video trying to roam up towards topside. He'll be able to catch the wave, but Photon already firmly in control. Bot lane firmly in control. There is just winning across the board for Vitality.
I mean, if Jack Nicholson were watching this game, he'd say that Vitality, you can see Caitlyn's kit can be problematic. They are not for the next few minutes. Secondly, Vitio has been sidestepping a lot. He's been under pressure from Upset. There's been some pressure from ganks in the middle lane, and he has spat out the damage. So yes, it is a 5,000 gold deficit. Yes, it is a gigantic challenge to claw that back, considering the mid-game power of Vitality's composition, but if you believe in Excel, you need to see Patrick staying alive in the fights and Vito dishing out that poison.
Right now, though, they need to try and cross-map for this. You really don't want them actually trying to trade. You need them to be moving down towards this side to look towards this tower on the bottom side. So then you're not actually playing towards the fight, playing around the vision. That's already been Excel. Gonna try. This is a Hail Mary of all Hail Marys.
Do you know what a burger flip is?
Yeah.
This is a burger flip. Excellent inside, but do they have the time? Teleports available for Perks. Teleports available
think
for
they might
Photon.
have, yeah.
Do they have the wards? They're making it. Oh no! Is it happening?
They did it.
Is
They did it.
happening?
Run.
Excel have snuck the Baron. Can they get away with their lives? Accelerated shock blast damage can come down. They do it. They've got out alive. That is a fantastic sneak. Vitality slow to the play, didn't have the vision, didn't react quickly enough, and look, let's not overblow this. XL's still significantly behind, but this will be a great ability to pause or slow down the next few minutes.
A great understanding of the composition from Excel.
Accelerated shock blast will not find its mark, but it is an easy kill. Now Kaiser gets chunked at least a little. Betfungaze is huge! The shutdown for Patrick! It's so pivotal. Can XL continue the hold? The petrifying gaze comes out, the feathers fly. Upset gets away with his life and holds on to the flash. Upset's godlike gets yet another. And Vito and Patrick are hurt and they are running for their lives.
There's many runs that you can go for, but it feels like Vitality are just going to run you over anyway. Inhibitor in the bot side, they're going to go for the reset. I wasn't sure how risky they wanted to go, if they wanted to just try and go for a quick end, but they will respect it. And at this stage, Excel, that bleeding is completely out of control.
I mean, the fact that they were even able to pick up some of those kills is really important, but they are consistently behind. This fight started out.
Alistar.
Yeah, Alistar.
He's good,
Alistar.
He's actually good Alistar, yeah.
Well, what the champion is Alistar?
The cow. Alistar.
Oh,
Ding ding.
Beep,
Ding,
beep,
ding, 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 ding,
beep,
ding.
beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, beef, yeah.
Beep.
Say, looking for a counter. Odo gets a level up. Mikura hammer the stun! The tower! The trade of 1 for 1!
I'm gonna flank. I'm gonna flank. Yeah, can you come? Yeah, I can come. Come. Yeah, I can do TV. I can do TV. No vision on me. No vision on me. Go. Go. Oh, the bugs.
Nice, good job.
Vitality look ruthless in spring.
For the first time in their history, they would miss the bracket stage, which is impressive considering they only had to not be one of the 2 worst teams to move on.
It was horrible. I don't know what to do. My life is ruined. I don't know what to do from here. I have a jersey and I don't know what to do anymore.
But SK, to their credit, had committed the perfect crime, and they would go on to even finish top 4 in the LEC, a feat they hadn't managed since the old days, when we called SK versus Fnatic El Clasico. Now, El Catastrophe. But Fnatic are looking to rise from the ashes of their devastating defeat with 2 new members in the top lane, Askarnbergenen, and in the support position, Ad Viennese Sausage. And yesterday versus Excel, they lost to the only team that finished behind them in winter. Tonight, the Fnatic faithful are rowdy. They're looking for something, a heartbeat, a breath of sweet revenge versus SK. They need it. They want it badly. But will they get it? We'll have to see. This was Christy Frierson reporting live from Berlin on Fnatic's dramatic fall. Grace.
Position, but Advien has full information as Razok is making his way into the Tribush. And with no flash available on DOS, it makes it easy as Reckless flashed in to try and secure the kill for himself. Unfortunately for him, Razok ended up securing it. Now, Razok once again hovering around the bot side, knows DOS doesn't have that flash, and is looking for another opportunity.
X-Kick has flash cleanse. DOS could just play pocket here, works his way back. Now realizes with Advien and Reckless pushing forward that his team is not in the best of shapes. There's the lantern once again. X-Kick will take it. DOS should fall. Dies to Reckless. The cannon rush helping out as well. X-Kick has to burn the flash to escape. Oscar in now, though, not in the best of shapes as Marcoon goes in. And Irrelevant gets his second kill on the board.
So SK, they aren't finding a number of dives, but they are doing what we expected, which was play heavily through the top side of the map, and they are punishing the new guy once again. Yesterday, Oscar Rinnan was falling short in the isolated 1v1 against Odoamne. Today, SK have just decided to bully him. Repeated ganks and flashless gangplank means that there's very little he can do against the Renekton, who is now so much stronger than him in the 1v1. Of course, the downside for SK is their bot lane is being attacked. DOS finds himself with 2 deaths, and Reckless building a small lead as he was able to pick up that single kill.
There he goes. Oh, flashes! Season Assist will go through the Emperor's Divide. Markoon failed the flash there. House was expecting Humanoid to sidestep. In the end, he does burn the Summoner, but he gets his kill as the reward.
Yeah, the execution was a little bit iffy there for Markoon, but you know what? They make it work. The timing of the ultimate was good enough so that he didn't get knocked back. Now Razork looking for DOS.
DOS has no flash, nowhere to go. Reckless, second kill of the game for him. And Fnatic continue just to answer kill for kill.
Yep, Fnatic and SK both playing kind of as we expected. I expected Xertus to be able to get out on the map a little bit more, but Humanoid doing a good job of just exerting constant pressure onto Xertus, trying to leverage his range to just chip away at him, make it hard for him to get that push.
Not quite enough damage to kill off the SK jungler. Humanoid going forward, Xertus flashes away, the hook connects from DOS, and now they're going onto Humanoid, but he still has his flash from earlier on. Oscar Ridden eats some oranges in his cave, but the rest of his team is not. 2-4, Reckless diving, Exekick in the bot lane. Exekick gets a 1-0 in a 1v2 in the Rift Tower, now charging forward. Oscar Ridden left for Dust, Irrelevant dashing in, flashing forward, it's another one. SK get 4 kills for 1.
And just like that, SK have blown the early game open. I was just criticizing their ability to build early game leads, but they just danced around Fnatic in the top lane.
Wait, they didn't even lose a play. It was 4 for naught in the
They
trade.
lost absolutely nothing. Fnatic tried to dive Exekick in the bot lane. He was able to survive. Fnatic TP to the top lane to protect their top laner, and they fell short there as well. All across the board, Fnatic are faltering. Avian tries to land the grenades, tries to land the ultimate. Exekick sidesteps it all, and he's able to land the ultimate and the gravitum to lock Avian underneath the tower so that he had tower aggro, and he almost gets the kill into Reckless, forcing him to flash as well. He burnt 3 summoner spells while only using his cleanse, making a mockery of the Fnatic bot lane.
Scar and Aphelios is a sight to behold, and obviously Fnatic looking to try and continue extending their lead down towards that bottom lane, but all for naught. It seems SK now 3,000 gold ahead. They use the Rift Tower to charge in top lane, which means another tower, 4 tower plates have fallen up there. And now Xertus getting the push in the mid lane can start moving around the map as well. Has that Weaver's Wall. Unsealed Spellbook on him means it's Ghost Teleport right now, which is an okay combination for the Talia. Obviously the Flash does help you out a little bit, but won't mind trying to join up a fight with that combination of summoner spells. And all in all, I'll ask Golden Meek going to heal up Irrelevant just a little bit. That Dominus still proccing will fall off in a second. Oscar in with the parlay, just needs an auto. Dodges to the side, but Irrelevant going back in. Irrelevant! Gore Drinker slice and dice him up and have him for breakfast. Irrelevant gets another. Humanoid and Razork on the chase, trying to stop this hungry crocodile as he manages to walk away. Wait, has he just got out of here? He finds Advienne again. I mean, do you just try and kill off the support once again? Golden Meek gonna execute.
He's gonna dive Advienne, yeah.
Gets the shutdown. 800 gold going to the support. That's not what you want to see if you're a Fnatic fan.
Yeah. I think that was the best play that he could have made in that situation. He was very close to dying in the 1v1 against Oscar Rinnan. I love punts. That's not true, I hate punts.
I actually had a really weird dream last night. I dreamt that I was swimming in an ocean of orange soda.
Orange soda?
Yeah, it turns out it was just a fantasy. Thank you.
People that don't know what Fanta is won't get that part.
Fanta's like huge, man. There's no way.
Is it?
If you don't know what Fanta is, tweet at Vedius. He will supply you photos as SK look to push in the top lane here. Relevant takes a chunk, but so does the tower. And dragging up in a minute's time means that SK really just trying to get some vision control deep into the enemy jungle.
So basically, what SK is doing is they know that the dragon's spawning soon. The idea is that you push in mid, you push in bot, and then you move into the enemy jungle. You set up these wards, that's exactly what they have done. Well, now they're looking for a collapse on the top side, now that the vision has been invested bot.
So I don't think SK knew that Razork was here. The Rift Tower goes down, Irrelevant was looking for the flank, and now he's going to find Razork. Glacial Prism going out as well, TP away from Humanoid, he's getting the hell out of there. It's like, you're on your own, son. Razork buried 6 feet under the river.
They have completely abandoned the dragon, but of course still 20 seconds away, so they should be able to still make it in time, given that Razork dead for another 20 seconds. And SK basically just punishing Fnatic in their minds are like, we can make the cross map. Clearly, SK is investing in bot so that we can actually, so they can secure the Drake, and we'll just secure a top tower while they take the Drake. That's not a problem. We're happy to make that trade. And then SK said no. They ran from bot to top, ganked, found a kill. Look at Marcoon once again making his way towards another pick, another member of Fnatic.
So Certus is on the way, but Oscar Winning does have 2 items. Season Desist coming out as well. Certus with the oranges. Oscar Winning is able to remove some scurvy. Reckless diving in the 1v2. Lightning Crash immediately stunned though because he dashed through the Unraveled Earth. And that's the power of Talia. You cannot dash through those little pebbles on the ground. You will get CC'd. And Reckless finds that out the hard way.
Now, there's no real way for SK to start the Baron hit, so they'll likely just reset. They'll be happy with the fact that they pushed in mid and bot. They have enough vision control that, well, they don't really have many wards that they need to go back, pick some up, and actually spend some of that gold. You can see Locket actually secured for Marcoon. Radiant Virtue was the go-to jungle item for a very long time, but Riot did make some changes to that. So now we are still seeing that supportive utility provided by the Vi.
Top side of the map, Marcoon and Exekick can come down. Shadow irrelevant if they want to look for this tower. Tier 2 will be forfeit, and SK will have their 5th turret of the game.
Looking for a dive onto Oscar Winning.
Oscar Winning trying to get out of this one, but underneath the tower, there's just no escape for him. He flashes and is immediately met with a Vault Breaker from Marcoon. SK get an answering kill. Oscar Winning just a little bit too greedy, staying around his tower.
Well, I mean, in his defense, he thinks that he's pretty safe under there. Oh. He was not expecting that dive to happen.
Exekick is really mad they didn't give him the kill. Hey,
so
Marcoon,
mad.
what are you doing, mate? I had him. I need these kills.
He literally wrote FF left.
He's been involved in 1 kill of 11 for his team.
I'm kidding, by the way. He didn't write that. No, just to clarify, that was a joke.
So, Lodel also
no, please,
also
no.
has other things.
Stop it, no.
Oh, it's an ability icon, Vetti.
Yeah.
Ooh, it looks like Evelyn's Q, I think. It might not be.
I see what you're saying with the Evelyn. I don't know if it's her Q.
It's not Evelyn. Well, that's a shame. We're going to ignore that because no one can see the picture.
No one can see the picture.
Tweet at Vedius.
Stop.
What do you think the answer to the
Stop
Lodel?
tweeting at Vedius. It's fine. I don't need any tweets. My Twitter's fine.
Yeah.
In a corner. Just chilling.
Yeah, is it like a real life?
Yeah, it doesn't want to be talked to, okay?
You wouldn't get so many bot Twitter accounts if you had to look learned that it's more important to be satisfied with yourself. But I used a different word. I said...
We have had this conversation before.
I said it's more important to please yourself than to be sad with yourself.
I remember that, yeah.
Have we got to the point in our casting career where we just have the same anecdotes happening?
I mean...
this is like 2 weeks ago.
I've been casting now for 7 years.
And this game has been going on for the same...
Fennec, I'm 30, and you're like 38, right?
I'm 31, but thanks.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's because I'm so wise, right? You're like, how is someone that wise?
So
Whoever takes the kill. Exekick now stepping forward. That's a big Moonlight Vigil. Humanoid forced away. Exekick not with the best of guns for this fight, but still able to force the rest of Fnatic back to base.
Well, it was an extended fight that initially looked quite good for SK, but Humanoid with a great stopwatch and a flash provided him with enough time to be able to disengage. It was really only Oscar Rinnin that was caught out as he found himself in an isolated 1v1 with no flash against Irrelevant, and we've seen how that fight has gone pretty much throughout this game. Fnatic now looking to try and contest this Baron, which has not quite been started yet.
Certus with a knockback onto Reckless, cleanses away, looking for the damage onto him. Humanoid coming in from the side as well, but Reckless already low, Immortal Shield procs onto him. Humanoid could slide and glide onto the backline here. It's a perfect opportunity, but he just can't get close enough. Marcoon's ultimate back in 4 seconds, doesn't even need it, flashes forward, and the shutdown onto the Zeri. Reckless is down, and Razork short to follow. You've got to feel Certus with a double. And once again, SK's team fighting is just that much better.
Kill after kill, SK just have the gold lead to consistently bully Fnatic, and there's very little that they can do about it. Now they have their eyes on the Baron, and what a one-sided affair this game has been. It felt like that the early game was going pretty well for Fnatic. The game plan was go neutral in the early, scale to team fight, and get the better of SK, but then SK, they did the trick that Fnatic wasn't expecting. They won the early game, and now they're looking to win the game.
They've been looking to win the game the entire game. I think.
True, that actually
in this
scoreboard at the bottom. 4 out of the 5 deaths sitting on top of DOS. Remember that Fnatic invested all of their early kills towards the bot side of the map, and SK, they can walk away pretty satisfied with this performance. Fnatic, though, may look for something desperate here onto Exekick.
And you've got to look for something. And you Moonlight Vigil in for Exekick! Okay, Exekick looking for a little bit too much there! That wasn't. That was
That wasn't.
hits from
Yeah,
He's
that
like,
was.
Hey guys, I got my hands on a Felios. I'm really good at this champ. Let me go in.
So, I've been casting for 7 years, Medic.
Yep.
And throughout my years, I've seen a number of plays which I've criticized a professional player for, and then it turned out that I was in the wrong.
Sure.
I didn't see what the pro player was trying to do.
You don't see the end.
And so, for years, I tried to give the players the benefit of the doubt. I tried to look at things from the pro player's perspective, and I tried to sit there and think, what was the pro thinking in this moment? And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, Exakick was inting. He very clearly had no idea.
He knows it too.
Yeah.
He knows, because yesterday we had a similar play from SK where Marcoon jumped over a bush in the bottom lane and tried to engage alongside a DOS, and we were like, oh, maybe Marcoon could see an angle, maybe he could see something. And you talked to him, and what did Marcoon say about that?
He said, no, I just inted. I wanted to kill the ward, yeah. It happens. Pro players, they're humans too. And sometimes the greed can get the better of them. And, you know, I think Exakick, he thought that he was safe with DOS right behind him. He wasn't expecting to be chain CC'd. But now, as a result of that, SK did lose a lot of control around this Baron area, and now Fnatic are in position. Let's see if they can find a fight.
There's a pincer from SK, though, Irrelevant coming in from the bottom side of this fight. Humanoid shuffles him in, but he just delivers the crocodile to his backline. Humanoid slides, Irrelevant inserts is unstoppable. Oscarinin dies once again. Said that a lot so far this weekend, but it's been a struggle for him, and it's been a struggle for Fnatic. Advian down as well. Certus flashing forward, looking for Reckless. A side big shot will lock him down. A triple for Certus. Once again, a weekend to remember for the SK mid laner. He's going to weave his wall forward, trying to catch out Razork, not allowing Fnatic to get out alive. No one survives. The stun will land a threaded volley over the wall into one more. And that's enough for SK to take the ace and to look to close out this game.
A quadra kill for Certus to round out the game. A disjointed fight once again from Fnatic, but with the deficit that they found themselves in, there was little they could do. A commanding game from start to finish from SK, and they will look to go 2-0 up in week 1 of Spring.
SK's trying to do it again! There's no one to save Advian, has to flash away from the long-range auto there. In the end, SK will claim the win, as you say, 2-0 for them, as they continue their winning ways from the Winter Split.
Incredible game once again from SK, showcasing some good topside focus. Often when they get leads in the early game, a lot of it is by playing largely through the bot side of the map, but it was Fnatic once again showcasing that they're trying to attack the bot side. They're able to find these early kills, and I think the Fnatic did do a good job of setting up Reckless for success, but that top side of the map just collapsed so hard. And it was that moment when Fnatic tried to dive Exakick and failed, while also trying to protect the top lane and failing as well. SK just gained advantages all across the board and snowballed heavily through that early game lead. Great stuff from SK, as Fnatic still trying to solve the issues that have plagued them from winter.
We'll see what they can do, obviously. That's a good one.
Because of the moo.
Because it's moo, yeah. Thank you. I'm getting one man in crowded. One man.
Spell,
yeah. Why do chefs love Echo?
No, stop.
Why
okay?
do chefs love Echo?
Why do chefs love Echo?
He always goes back 4 seconds.
You know, when Freak retired,
yeah.
We thought that...
I was in his stream this morning asking him, Freak, you got any good puns for me, mate?
He was just like, I hereby bequeath
the pun,
the pun to Medic.
True.
Guys, you should have seen them when they were in the same room together. It was
awful.
A travesty.
It was. But something that's not a travesty is interview that's about to happen with Exakick and DOS.
Again, it's really hard to judge people from just one game, right? And like we didn't scrim them at all. Like we took 1 week break in the off.
Did you listen to my question?
Huh?
I asked about Thresh.
Oh, Thresh. I thought you said Advian. Oh my god.
That's okay.
Okay. Well, Thresh. I mean, Thresh. Thresh was like my main champion for years, and I think it's actually the most banned champion against me in competitive.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, like coming from only playing like the Yuumi, Lulu, all that stuff is like completely different, like play style as a team as well, right? So not only mechanically for me or like individual plays, like we need to play different as a team as well, right? But at least in scrims we're doing well with it. So I think today was just a little whoopsie, but yeah, happens.
Okay.
I think I had my oopsie yesterday.
Yeah.
And now he had his oopsie today.
You also had a little oopsie today.
No,
it doesn't count.
They're looking for the CC afterwards. They hold the stun forward, and they do exactly that. Caps is here, though. No unstoppable force for him. They might try and turn and burn back onto him. Jonghyun coming in, looking for those melee auto attacks for the icebreaker. The CC chain onto Caps is good. Ignite ticking on him now as the stun comes in once again, and Caps trying to walk away. Not allowed to. Leader turns back straight onto Mickey, dives in the first duet. That was gorgeous from Leader. He takes him out in the 1v2. Just lying in wait in the darkness, and Astralis coming online across the board. They get all 5 plates in the top lane as well.
That is some nice Aurelia-ing from Leader. The combo was flawless, and he finds a quick execute onto Mickey, sending him back to the fountain as Astralis also find 2 kills in top. A nice dive onto Broken Blade. I thought that he was going to buy enough time for Caps to arrive and prevent the dive from really working out, but they play it patiently, they play it clean, and then Cap shows up, he uses QE, realizes I've got nothing left because I don't have ult, and then it's an easy kill for Astralis as Zhonghoon continues this roaming style. He's been involved in 6 of the 8 early game kills so far, and yes, he has completely abandoned Kobe pretty consistently throughout the early game, which has kind of sucked for him, but the advantages that Astralis have gained elsewhere on the map have been significant.
Ever since Zhonghoon came over from Korea, I think this roaming style has suited him well. Remember his Pike games in the first split that he played. He was always everywhere on the map, and it's something Mickey loves to do on the Heimerdinger as well, but he consistently is caught out. Hung Summer so long, Leader takes a Kobe in the end, gets the kill. Leader tanking the tower, will be shut down, but that's a shutdown over to the Donger. And it's probably the priority target if you're Astralis. Give the gold to the support.
That was really cool.
It was really nice,
that was just cool. You know, like, I know a lot of people don't like Aurelia when they see her in solo queue, but man, seeing some high-level play on that Aurelia, the confidence and the understanding of your limits there by Leader was just incredible to watch. These are the champions that this player is known for, assassins. And
Broken Blade hits the stun. Flawless duet there, dodging. Broken Blade, Vanguard's edge coming out as well. Broken Blade flashes. Leader flashes forward, straight into the waiting arms of Yike. Now can Leader win the 1v2? He's done it before, but the remount onto Skull is too much. Leader almost takes down Broken Blade in the 1v2, but just can't do enough.
Junglers, man, they always ruin Aurelia's fun. Leader overcommitted a little bit there to try and secure that kill onto Broken Blade. After he'd secured the flash, he should have been happy with it, but he was not expecting the jungle. Now engage from 113.
Finn coming in from the side as well. Mickey doesn't have the flash, has a stopwatch, but that's only going to buy you a couple of seconds. The solar player on a control ward there, perhaps thinking Mickey might flash the wall. They haven't quite timed that one properly. Cap's now caught up in the CC, the charge from Broken Blade as they look for a little bit more. Yike coming in, no cataclysm on him, but already Finn's down. G2 on the advance as they continue to chase.
And another overcommitment from Astralis.